The Window Bird and the Garden Parade. Once upon a time, in a little yellow house with blue shutters, there lived a curious girl named Lila. Every morning, she loved to sit by her bedroom window and look into the garden below. The flowers waved in the wind, the leaves rustled, and sometimes a butterfly floated past like a tiny kite. One spring morning, as Lila rubbed the sleep from her eyes, she heard a tap, tap, tap on the glass. She peeked up and gasped. There, perched on the windowsill, was a small brown bird with feathers the color of warm toast and eyes that sparkled like shiny beads. "Hello," whispered Lila, pressing her nose to the glass. The bird tilted its head, then chirped a song that sounded like, "Come along, come along." Day after day, the same bird returned. Lila started to call her new friend Pip. And one morning, something magical happened. Pip spoke. "Lila," chirped Pip, "you've watched the garden for so long. Would you like to meet it?" Lila's eyes went wide. "Meet it? You mean the flowers?" "Oh, much more than flowers," Pip chuckled. "Come, I'll show you." The garden tour begins. Lila hurried outside, her slippers crunching on the grass. Pip fluttered ahead, landing on a stone near the garden bed. "First," Pip said, "meet the busy bugs." From under a daisy, a line of ants marched past. Each one carried a crumb bigger than itself. "We are the garden's cleaners," they squeaked proudly. "We carry, we build, we tidy up." Lila giggled as one ant tried to drag a petal twice its size. Next, Pip led her to a tall sunflower where a ladybug rested on a leaf. "Good day," said the ladybug politely. "I keep the plant safe by eating tiny pests that nibble too much." Lila leaned close and counted the shiny black spots on its red shell. Then came a buzzing sound. Bees danced around the lavender. "We're gardeners too," buzzed one. "We sip nectar, and in return we carry pollen to help the flowers grow." Lila whispered thank you to every bee, even though their wings were too busy to stop. Meeting the garden animals. "Now," said Pip, "time to meet the bigger neighbors." Out from a shady corner waddled a hedgehog, its little nose twitching. "Hello, Lila," it snuffled. "I look for beetles and worms. My spiky back keeps me safe." Lila wanted to pat him, but remembered to let him be. Near the pond, a frog hopped onto a lily pad. "Croak, I sing at night," the frog said, "and I love catching flies." Lila clapped as he leapt from pad to pad. At the very edge of the garden, a quick squirrel scampered up a tree trunk, chattering happily. "I plant trees without even knowing it," he said proudly, showing a nut. "I bury these and sometimes forget where. That's how new trees begin." Lila laughed. "So you're a gardener too?" A secret at sunset. The day slipped by, filled with introductions, worms turning soil, butterflies sipping nectar, snails gliding slowly across stones. Everywhere Lila looked, the garden wasn't quiet at all. It was alive with helpers. As the sun dipped low and painted the sky orange, Pip returned to Lila's windowsill. "Now you've met them all," Pip chirped softly. "Remember, every creature, big or small, has a job that keeps the garden alive." Lila nodded. "I'll never just look out the window again. I'll look closely." Pip fluffed his feathers happily. That's the secret. A garden isn't just flowers. It's a whole family. With that, the little bird sang a sweet goodnight tune and flew off into the evening sky. The next morning, when Lila woke again, the windowsill was empty. But she didn't feel sad. She pressed her face to the glass and whispered, "Good morning, ants. Good morning, bees. Good morning, hedgehog and frog and squirrel. Good morning, garden family." And somewhere in the branches, Pip's song answered back. The end.